Blog Talk Radio.
F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' the Fatcat show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Say it one more time. F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' the Fatcat show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Here we go. No matter what you say, I'ma spit it how I spit it so you niggas can forget it. Everybody is a critic. I walk in the dark with my chronicles acidic, with my game up the bar, so your girl'll let me hit it. Damn, man, my show's simply marvelous. You can stop the hating and debating, you can't argue this. Cause if you found something better, you would sip Moretta while wearing an ugly sweater. But my show you listening, so stop the whimpering. This is for the sinners and the born again Christians. Turn to Philippians, nope, you can miss me then. If you wanna talk, take my number, you can hit me then. Cause you know my show is rocking. Fat Cat, remember that when your girl is shocking. When them headphones are knocking. Fat Cat show and you don't stop the knocking. F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' the Fat Cat show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Say it one more time. F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' the Fat Cat show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Here we go.
Yo, what's cracking? You rocking with your boy, the sinister minister, the thinking deacon, the rabbi Raymond Noodle, the chaplain of fried chicken's last rites, the preacher's grandson. Y'all know who it is, it's Fat Cat. And I'm down with my dog. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but y'all know who he is already. What's up, dog?
What up, third son in the house? What's happening, y'all?
Yo, nothing much, man. We got a lot to talk about on this show today, man, and we gonna drop some true little nuggets and stuff. We gonna get into some good topics, and make sure you share this post, and make sure you let's get engaged, y'all. Let's call the show. It makes it more interesting when we get your opinions, and we're able to get these opinions out here and get each other to thinking. We want to have fun, but we also want to get some true nuggets out here to get people thinking. We behind the 8 ball, y'all. So definitely, like we start on every show, I want to wish everybody what's up, Blade Master? What up, Will? I want to wish everybody happy birthdays. To those. Not the with the TH. I'm talking about with the F on that birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say happy birthday to my dad's birthday was yesterday. Happy 74th birthday, and
happy birthday,
father. And I want to say happy birthday my brother's birthday. Mandino birthday is today, so I said what's up to him, and my cousin's birthday coming up. Mike, I'm just as much as I can get out here. Everybody that's celebrating birthdays. My ex coworker and friend, Rod Rim, Cadillac Rim. What up, brother? It's all good. It's all good here. And just like we got life, we got death, and we at the Fat Cat Show Network want to extend our condolences to those who lost people, and two notable people, in the media that we lost, and we just found out just before the show, Cicely Tyson, iconic, legendary. I mean, just she expand way beyond us. Our grandparents probably grew up watching her and all that stuff. It's enough to be said about her. And Sekou Smith, the NBA beat writer, man, he died of COVID. And man, this thing out here is just so serious, man. But like I said once before, we want to give our condolences to those who lost people. Moment of silence.
Man.
Alrighty then. So, man, we're going to have a good show today. Like I said before, share this post. Y'all see all the platforms that we're on: Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, Apple Podcasts, Blog Talk, iHeart, Spotify. Y'all know what it is. And make sure you like and subscribe and share this post. And also comment. That makes the show more perfect. And if you want to comment on any of these topics, yeah, too much. It's a lot of loss, Blake. Yep. Any of these topics, that number is 646-564-9728. And you press that 1 if you want to be heard. So, anyway, I want to get into, talking to Third Son. Man, and we're into this COVID situation, and I'm just seeing that they were talking about that this is the worst month ever for COVID deaths. But we know they exaggerate numbers. They exaggerate the numbers all the time to fit the agenda or the criteria or whatever they're trying to do. Of course, we known for the longest that they always been trying to push the vaccinations and depopulation, the new world order, and all that stuff. And and just quick, what's your take on these vaccinations, man?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I would just say pay attention to your gut. You know what I mean? Pay attention to history. You know what and who you're dealing with. And I think we kind of treat our government with kid gloves as far as like how much we trust. Like if it was some guy around the corner that you didn't know, you know what I mean, or hell, was for some of us some person in your family that came to us, trying to sell us a bit of goods that the government tries to sell us, would we just buy into it that easily? Why do we just like so easily buy into everything that they tell us and get nothing in return? That's my thing.
Right.
Like, if you getting results, then that's one thing. But if you getting a whole bunch of empty promises, that tells you a lot about that entity, that character, that person, that place, that thing, whatever it is. It tells you it ain't working for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's information. And if you keep going back to that, then you're not using your wisdom.
Right. It's so funny to me, just like I said, especially, I'm not even talking about any other race, especially black people. Especially black people. How can we be so trusting of a government that don't even recognize what they did to us and what they still doing? This is what, the funny part about me, to me, is that when they start ushering in for gay rights, right? They got into this thing where all these gay people are being attacked and killed, and remember how they was doing that, and then now their rights are being violated. But for the longest, since the beginning, we've been violated for the longest, and nothing, no law, no nothing. I mean, so when you come to us and you you come to the most marginalized people and the most mistreated people, and you come to us with any other type of agenda or anything to, let's save the rainforest and all this, the cats are dying and the alligators and hey man, our kids can't go to school without getting shot. You know what I'm saying? So how we gonna have empathy for any other type of agenda when our agenda ain't even addressed yet? And you see Biden, he getting office, he got the black vote. He got the black he got the black vote, but where we at? Where we at on the spectrum?
I mean, like, hey, we got what we asked for, right? So we happy now, right? You know what I'm saying? Your boy's out of office, so are we bouncing off the walls now? Are we free, or has the skies part? And you know what I mean? Do we have fields of gold, or what's happening? Where we at?
That's what I want to know. And then I'm looking at this thing now, and you know, like you said, all the distractions, and we got this COVID-19 thing, and simply for me, you know, whether what you think about what this thing is or not, or if you think nothing is going on right now, if you got that mindset, to me, something is definitely wrong with you, because we definitely there's something out here. Now, whether you want to call it COVID, Black Death, White Death, or whatever is going on, something is definitely going on out here. Whatever you want to call it or choose to, you can't deny that people are dying and something is causing these deaths. And the thing is, like, I like to call it the pandemic, because it's just it really, the timing of it and what they're trying to do behind this virus really lines up like with an agenda. Because for the longest they've been trying to get people to get vaccinated, to get, to push certain laws, like just like 9/11 brought the Patriot Act. They always, this is their pattern. This is their pattern of thinking and what they do. And then it's like, for us to sit up.
This is the grand finale.
Yeah, right.
9/11, before 9/11, it was what? The Oklahoma City bombing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they went to 9/11. Now this is the final finish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
keep your eyes open. It's not hard. Damn, this shit is not hard, y'all.
and you know what too? And I mean, I'm not knocking nobody. You do what you comfortable with, because that's basically what it boils down to. I ain't gonna tell you what how you should feel or whatever.
Sure,
but it's all about what you comfortable with. Because if you tell me to do something and I'm not comfortable with it, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But whatever you feel comfortable with. But for me, I follow patterns. I pay attention to patterns, and I understand that nothing that this government has ever done has benefited black people. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw us a crumb. They'll throw us a crumb every once in a while. Like, here you go, good black boy, and do that. But other than that, let's be real. I'm seeing people lining up there. I'm going to take this, and this seemed like the American thing to do, and it just come on.
It's like to be funny about it, it's like a casino. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them a little bit to keep them coming.
Yeah, right.
You can't give you nothing. You know what I mean? Then you'll just turn around and walk away and realize that you're being screwed. Right. We can't have you realize it. Like, we got to give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're gonna give you a Harriet Tubman on your $20 bill. You'll be happy with that, right? You got your 80-year-old president. All right. So now, so shut up and take the rest of it.
Yeah, Blaze said.
It's just like it's levels to this waking up, man.
Blaze said, "When's enough? We are all equal." I have to, we say that, and I appreciate the comment. We say that, but we have to get to the point in order to get to that point of where everybody recognizes that we have to undo the wrong. We gotta undo the wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say, "Hey, we're all all equal." It's easy. It's easy to say it, but then when we're equal in education, when we're equal in just basic rights, basic rights to, we know the educational system is not even, even in housing is not equal. All of that.
We're not equally left the fuck alone. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah,
Let's keep it raw and real right now. And once that happened, because really, black people ain't asking for a lot. We just asking to be really just left that alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this. Like
mm-hmm.
I know growing up, kids don't grow up saying, yeah, oh, I'm black. We don't grow up with, doing that. We don't grow up looking at that type of stuff. Everything, we look at the world through innocent eyes. But, let me ask you this. When was the first time you realized there was something different? Like you were actually black, and when was it brought to your attention? Like, boy, you had a place.
Do you mean from
like racism
outside of my own race, or somebody
outside? Yeah, when it really hard hit you that that.
Dang, never thought about that. Well, let me just say, I remember first about race, my mother reminding me. You know what I mean? Because mom's supposed to let I understand. You know what I mean? For the sake of my security and all that, she gave me the black boy talk. You know what I mean? You are a black boy in America, and you're gonna be someone. You got to do certain things. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? So, girl, yeah, I did get that discussion. So that was probably the first one I can remember. As far as on somebody outside of my race, like a white person, I don't know, man. It had to be in school.
Yeah.
Because all your teachers are white. You know what I mean?
Right.
At that time.
You're right. I think the first time I really got introduced to racism was when I went off to college. That was like the real first time I got introduced to it, because I remember, they was throwing, and that's the actual first time I started hearing things like diversity. Things like diversity, equality, all that type of bull crap, and you know what I'm saying. And then next thing you know, we had like up at school every February they celebrated quote unquote Black History, right? And so when I went up there, we used to have in the men's dorm, we used to put up black literature like for Black History Month. So somebody thought it was a good idea to vandalize the literature and put "nigga go home" on all the literature, and we knew who did it. We knew who did it because we wouldn't play with stuff like that with each other up there, because we recognized it. So they thought it was a good idea to do that, and also when I was in school, this was the first time when Martin Luther King Day was acknowledged as a holiday, and it was still kind of fresh and stuff. And one of the white professors didn't want to acknowledge the day and still wanted to throw class. And then when we came back to the next day from the day off, she said, I'm going to give everybody a bad grade that didn't show up, that didn't show up, because I'm pretty sure if Martin Luther King was still living, he would want people to still come to class. And then I was thinking to myself, like, how dumb does that sound? How dumb does that sound? But anyway,
come to think of it, I can remember now when I was in 7th grade. It was a Catholic school, St. Bartholomew on the east side, and one of the sisters had said to the whole class. Now, of course, it's in Detroit, so you got mostly black kids, almost all black kids. And she came in there and said, "So and so and so with you people." We all was like, "You people." I was like, whoa.
And this is just another thing too, right quick. I want to get back into the vaccines and stuff like that. But there was it's a video of pharmacists that tried to destroy 500 of the vaccines, and we're gonna go into it, and we're gonna talk about it a bit on the Fatcat show.
Team coverage turns now to the Miami Heat as they get ready to welcome.
Wait, nope, wrong one. Sorry. Give me a minute, y'all.
Wisconsin pharmacist responsible for destroying hundreds of doses of the Moderna coronavirus vaccine got his day in court, at least one of the first. The district attorney telling a judge that Stephen Bradenberg admitted to purposely damaging the doses because he thought they were too dangerous to be injected into humans and could alter people's DNA. Brandenburg was arrested last week after authorities say over the course of 2 days, he removed vials of the vaccine from their cooling containers and kept them out overnight. The vaccines are not supposed to be left unrefrigerated for more than 12 hours or they can become ineffective. Police say he likely committed 2 felonies, recklessly endangering safety and criminal damage to property, but prosecutors told the judge the vaccines still need to be tested to see if they were actually destroyed, which then could impact the charges that he faces.
So what's your take, man? What's your, so why would a pharmacist have this view of opinion? See, they mix the ingredients, so they know what's in it, and they study. This is what they study for. So why would
we got to pay attention, man. Sometimes we dismiss the little stories, those real quick stories that come in and go. Mm-hmm. We pay attention more to the bigger stories that they sit and talk about for 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it be them little ones sometimes, when you have people that actually are coming out against the quote unquote script, whatever the script is.
Yeah.
And they're coming out against that. Those a lot of times is where your real truth at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because quiet as it's kept, those in power have to tell you what they're doing to you.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, that's universal law.
Yeah.
Look into that. So, anyway.
Yeah. And it's just something. Remember what they did to Tuskegee and Tuskegee with the syphilis and all that, man. This is why, pretty much why, there's so many things on the scope that is happening to black people, and that hasn't even been addressed yet. And so now you expect me to think you're looking out for my better interests on this? When our kids are steadily coming up missing, where organs are being harvested, where we watching cops killing blacks on video, and you saying, hey, he was a justified shooting. You know what I'm saying? It's just all of this, and now you expect us to be like, oh, he's thinking in our best interest right now. I really trust this vaccine, So it's a lot.
You can get people to do so much when you got them scared, and that's it.
Yeah. So. And
if you listen to them, you allow them to scare you. Well, then that's why you'll be doing what they tell you to do.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. So I want to get in before we go into our main topic of the day. I want to get into what's happening with the Miami Heat, and they're doing something very interesting for fans that are arriving back into the stadium. They're trying to open back up, quote unquote, the economy and let people start attending the games back again. They're starting to try to make our kids go back, just trying to ease the comfortability, making people want to just, you know what I'm saying? Make you feel comfortable doing what are you doing, what you're doing, So just trying to make you feel comfortable with it. But We're going to watch this video right quick, and then we're going to go into a quick discussion about what's transpiring here.
Team coverage turns now to the Miami Heat as they get ready to welcome back fans to the American Airlines Arena.
They're using new COVID-19 security measures. Local 10 Sports Director Will Manso is live this midday to explain. Will?
This one will surprise a lot of people. It is an interesting story with science behind it, yet the Heat taking that leap of faith and moving forward with literally going to the dogs when it comes to their COVID-19 protection program. Dogs that detect COVID-19 will be there at the entrance for the limited amount of fans that will return to games starting next Thursday, about 1,500 season ticket holders. That's right, the dogs will be there. They're highly trained. Heat working with the company for months now and learning more about this ability and the training of these dogs. If the dog gets right by you, you're fine. If the dog sits, that means it has detected COVID, and you and anyone in your party will have to leave the line and not be able to enter the game. Now, this protocol, again, has been studied for months by the Heat. It is something that they were interested in months ago in the plan to bring back fans. This is phase one with those 1,500 season ticket holders. Now, the dogs that detect COVID-19, these are not the only measures that the Heat will take. This is part of the process. You can find the entire process at local10.com on our website in the sports section. And part of it is that any fan that does enter the arena must have a mask on at all times. The only time you're allowed to remove your mask is when you eat or drink, and you're not allowed to eat or drink in your seats. There's a designated area that you'll be allowed to eat or drink. Also, social distance of 6 feet, at least for anyone sitting in those sections. That is the phase one, but these COVID-19 detecting dogs is a big part of the strategy for the Heat. Phase two would bring back somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 season ticket holders, and eventually, if this goes to plan, the Heat would like to bring back a lot more fans as the season progresses. But this is a big step in the process, and this process, by the way, begins next Thursday.
Yeah, I see you shaking your head, man. Go.
Inching their way. They're inching slowly. I turn
Inch by
step by step, bruh.
You know what? I see a couple of. Wait, Jay Morrison said, totally disagree. The pharmacist only distributes the drugs. They have no knowledge of how a drug is developed. Dude, they mix your drugs up.
Right.
They mix your drugs up, dude, all day. That's why if they just distribute it, that means that you just come in and get your drug. You know,
but here's the thing. It's only common sense to assume that somebody who is that close to the actual distribution of the drug is going to get inside information on things that the average public person would not know.
Yeah,
it only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So for this guy to, maybe he is one of thousands of pharmacists, but maybe he has a little bit of extra information, and I'm sure it happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, and I'm pretty sure a pharmacist has to be knowledgeable of the drugs that they mix and use, because if they put too much of something in something, it's going, it'll mess somebody up. So they have
gotta know why.
They have to know why, what's going on. Because matter of fact, I know a lot of times, this guy that I was cool with as a pharmacist, I go in and I tell him about certain things that's happening with me, and he'll be like, "Hey, you need to go do this," and he very knowledgeable brother, man, and he he was telling me big time what I needed to do. Blaze said, "Sports is a waste of money. Look after the homeless." My thing is this is, I thought dogs could be affected too. Didn't they say animals can catch COVID? So
they'll switch up the story on you every time, whatever it is, to keep this story going.
Right. So you think of it, you like, man, like what? I mean, y'all put so many narratives out here. What
Exactly.
So
it's kind of like, remember how like back in the day, where on the news at 11 every night there was always a number one thing that's killing Americans is blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it changed every week.
Hepatitis. The
You
number
know, it's
one thing.
always the new, latest, most, biggest,
Right.
most terriblest.
Right.
So
It,
it's chase your tail time. That's what they want you doing.
chase your tail time. But anyway, we want to get into our main topic of today. And that main topic of today, is there really somebody for everybody? Is there really somebody for everybody? Like, are people just, if with this saying, does that mean that everybody out here that's lonely choosing to be lonely, or is there simply a person out there that just can't find nobody? What is your thought on that, man? Is it just are a lot of lonely people?
I think like attracts alike. You know what I mean? I definitely think there's always somebody, you know, whether it's on a physical attraction or if it's just two people being attracted to each other because they have the same toxic or benevolent traits. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
you know, that's how that works usually, man. You know.
Yeah.
If we got the same demons, you know, then we probably like each other, or we got the same agreements, or if, you know, I fulfill your physical fantasy, or if you keep tearing me off 500, you know, every couple weeks, then hey, I like you. Let's be together. There's always somebody.
Now we can say that because almost like you saying, like, whatever fits the bill, whatever need or purpose that person serves. You know what I'm saying? Or do we get into where we talk about the true love aspect? You know,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
No, I got you. Yeah, no doubt. I do believe in true love, and I do believe that two very what would look like odd or different people can be together. You know, we see it all the time, man. We you know, we used to people watch all the time. So, you know, we've seen some people. Odd people.
Odd connections. Yeah, you know, it is just like, but like, because what do you think about the aspect of people that's out here that's saying there's nobody for me? I can't find nobody. I mean, there's just nobody for me. I don't think that love is for me because I can't find nobody. Is it that their expectations are too high, or
usually
or
usually people like that want somebody to bring in more than what they're willing to bring themselves. Usually.
Wow.
That's usually the case.
Wow, you know what? Yeah. And that is funny too, because I always see when you really dive into love, when you really pay attention to your mate, your mate. Wait a minute, Jay Steele commenting. He said the pharmaceutical companies are the developers of the majority of the drugs that is made. Once again, the pharmacists are the one that distributes the prescriptions once the doctors write a script. Jay, I challenge you to just go into your pharmacist one time. If you ever get a prescription, watch what them pharmacists do to the prescription once it comes in.
So basically what he said, they are big dummies that just look at the recipe, follow the recipe, and package it and keep it moving. Like that, they have no knowledge of the substance that they are handling.
That means anybody. Means
I'm sure that there are some like that.
Yeah,
but I beg to differ that there are some others. Because that have some that absolutely.
You know what? You know what, Jay? That's a scary fact. To think about if that's all that somebody is qualified to do as a pharmacist. That is scary. To think a big dummy that's just getting instructions, is just in there just doing your drug up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like the time that they spent going to school to be a pharmacist, that they don't have to know nothing but just to follow the instruction.
Right. Yeah.
That
That don't even make sense though. Like, come on now. They are not gonna know nothing about something that can kill many people. Come on now. That don't even make sense.
You know, but you know, each his own. You know, to each his own, man. I just, you know, getting back to this topic, but
Yeah.
but definitely, man. I just feel. I just feel like you said, like there's many people that set the expectation bar too high, and sometimes you know we're even personally, like before we got into our marriages and stuff, we had a bar set. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you got all these people that say, I gotta have a dime piece. I gotta have, but you not bringing.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
You know, but you may not have the qualifications for a dime piece. You know, like,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to start looking at yourself and stuff like that. What do I bring to the table that is going to attract what I want? You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that video of that dude that was talking to this chick? He was breaking down to her why she was expecting too much.
Yeah. Oh, backlash.
Yeah.
I had that on the show. I did that video on the show.
Yeah, right. You did.
Yeah. Caught backlash.
It's that all over again. That's all.
It was backlash.
It's that all over again. It's like
now funny. Now let me ask you. Did you think he was wrong?
I thought he was pretty accurate to me. It sounds like. I mean, now is it cool that, you know, somebody it would just be so surface level and completely look at a person and size them up and then just toss them away like they're nothing just based on that initial look?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not. Well, it is what it is. I ain't gonna say it's good or bad. It is what it is. But still, I mean, you gotta know what's out. You gotta know how you stand out here, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't want to walk out here. I mean, it's cool to feel you can know yourself and be happy with yourself and be confident, but still know that on the average eyes, I'm about a 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but my personality, I whip this charm on you, and you know what I mean. Then that makes it a 10 or whatever it is. You know?
It's just so. Do you think in order to find true love that or the person for you that sometimes that you have to compromise your standards?
In order to find true love, do you have to compromise your standards? Well, when you're sharing time and space with another person, you're always kind of doing a little dance of compromisation. Mm-hmm. So even when in dancing, you can't necessarily just walk about wherever you want. You have to accommodate that partner. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is a dance, and so but the point is that are you enjoying the dance? You know what I mean? Are you enjoying stepping around them? You know, and it's still all good. You know what I mean? So even because obviously stepping around them means that this person isn't you, and they have their own ideals and feelings and things that you have to take into a consideration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me. This is. I see your boy Jay is back again. He said. He said that's exactly what their job description is and their training as far as their educational adaptation. Now I just pulled up this thing right here. And just, you know, pharmacists are medication experts and play a critical role in helping people get the best results from their medications.
Thank you. There you go.
Pharmacists prepare and dispense prescriptions, ensure medicines and doses are correct, prevents harmful drug interactions, and counsels patients on the safe and appropriate use of their medication. So that means they have to be knowledgeable to do all that. They just can't.
Exactly.
They just can't. They gotta know how these medicines work on you in order for you to, to get that. I hope that best answers your question.
It only make that, but that only makes sense though. Like, you think they're about to allow you to handle something that can kill people? Like, there's pills. They have pills back there. One, you take two pills
and it'll
kill
somebody.
Kill somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait a minute, Jay. But he said there is always a compromise in any relationship. At time, you just have to give in. Wow. Yeah, you know what? I hate that word. Yeah, but it's true. Yeah. But I hate that give in. That's like a woman, Jay. That's like a woman saying to you, hey, or when a woman, most women hate for us to say, do this, do this, do what I tell you to do. That's kind of like when you say give in, that does not say they are the developer, sir. No, we're not saying that they're the developer. We say they're knowledgeable of what's going in, the people's bodies. They understand that drug and the interactions. They know every drug. They're just not zombies sitting up in there like,
right.
We're just going to.
He's kind of putting them in he's kind of putting them in the vessel of your local drug dealer sitting on the corner that don't even really know what he's dispensing. If he was asking a local drug dealer, hey, how much of this and that did you put in when you prepared this?
Right.
They don't know. They just giving you a bag for $20.
Right. Because even I had high blood pressure, and this guy, the pharmacist was telling me, hey, you can't mess with. I'm not familiar with, antihistamines and blah blah blah. Yeah. So they know the drugs. Anything with antihistamines, anything with blah blah blah. So they have to have that knowledge to know. And we're not saying that they're the developers. We're not saying that. Of course, the development comes from other things, but it was something that pharmacist saw, some drug, some mixture.
That's really the bottom line. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some big.
See, this is what I'm saying. Look, see, how can you get 150 million people on the same page to realize that we have a single thing that's stopping us when we getting caught up about what a pharmacist doing? You know what I mean? We got bigger fish to fry, and we getting caught up in garbage. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's elevate our minds here and realize what we really talking about. We got one person out of thousands of pharmacists. Maybe he might be more knowledgeable. And can we just say that the odds are in the favor of that? Goodness gracious.
So, but to each, like I said, to each and every one, what they say, what's the saying? Opinions are like assholes, and everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying, nah, man. I'm just leave it alone right now.
There you go.
But anyway, man, like I said, I used to be on that level of thinking that there might be somebody out here that really, that's really not what they say, can't be handcuffed. That there's some people out here that's like, I hate to use this word, they're so hideous looking that they can't get nobody. But then you'll see couples walking down the street. It'd be two people that look like Flavor Flav, and they'd find each other, and they'd be with each other.
Love know no bounds, man.
Say, Janine said, "Hey, Wallace."
What up, though, Janine?
Yeah. So it's definitely somebody for. But I want to talk to some people, man. That's definitely. Well, that definitely having problems. Janine, are you still single, Janine? I want to ask that. You still single? And if you are, what do you find to to be the challenge? The challenge in finding a good mate in relationships. What is that? What is that challenge? You know, are you? She said yes. She's still single. She said yes.
It sounds like that looks like that's a happy yes. Like she's glad to be single.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know, what is the real challenge? Because I think a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people. It's more of the criteria that they lay out that makes them single than just them not being able to find. Because to me, if I see somebody that's very attractive and they're alone, it makes me wonder, like, dang, what the hell, you know? Why is that person alone? Why ain't nobody trying to, you know, wife them up, or you know what I'm saying? You have to, it make you think. You know, it ain't like nobody that look like Flavor Flav. They alone by themselves. You ain't like you questioning, you know, like why is they alone? You know, it's obvious, you know. But hey, because it take a special type of love for that person. But when you see somebody that's fine, that's just like, you be like, man, you know why?
9 times out of 10, if you see somebody that's really good looking and they single or they just can't be with somebody, they probably got really, really crazy standards. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, but in a way, I kind of get it, because, you know what I mean? You like the catch.
Yeah.
Physically, at least.
Right.
So if you get 1,000 people to come at your door all the time, I guess you do have to pick of the litter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know.
Janine said it's what she attracts. Like
it's what I attract.
Yeah. What? Wow.
So is she saying that she attract the wrong thing? She's not getting what she's looking for.
That's the thing too, because you know you can attract a lot. I remember earlier in my life, man, I used to attract all the wrong type of things. Lord.
Hey, you remember that conversation we had?
Yeah, man. It's definitely. Oh man, just all the. But then again, too, when you have that right mindset, because I don't think, even if a person say I don't mind being single, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Period. I do not.
So you feel everyone absolutely wants somebody. Body on the side.
Maybe not
share their time with them.
Yeah, maybe not at the same type of phase, but I think everybody generally wants somebody that they care for and cares for them, and that they can.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see how if a person might say they want some time off or whatever, but eventually, yeah, I do think people, you know what I mean? The human connection is a special something, and you know what I mean? So we could try to fight it all we want, but
right,
it is what it is.
But I think when you finally find that right person, I think it's certain people. Like, certain people serve certain purposes in your life. And I think when you, like, just growing up, getting, in my younger years, and I might have had some, let's say, some women that I was attracted to, but I didn't love them. You know what I'm saying? And they might have been very attractive women, but I didn't love them. And just off
were you unsure about whether you loved him or not, or were you absolutely in your mind like, man, I realize I don't love this girl?
You know, think about young men, us as young men. We were hung up on looks, period. So basically, if you found a girl that had good looks, good looks. You can excuse the minister, excuse the minister. But you could have have a girl that had good looks, but she was whacked sexually. You know what I'm saying? But she was whacked sexually, and she didn't do all that. And then it turns
It
into
didn't fulfill
it didn't
the
fulfill.
fantasy.
And then you like, wink, wink. That's why a lot of men we wonder why.
Or
Like, why?
sexual incompatibility.
Yeah. And you wonder why a guy got a certain female, good-looking female, and he dogging her, and she, and all of that, and and she like, I just keep finding bad men, and this and this and that, and it's just because whack cooch or something like that. So it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people who don't know themselves getting together, man. That's all it is. It's like, once you finally, when you get in them 40s plus, then you start learning yourself, and then, it's a different type of requirement and energy. You know what I'm saying? So.
Janine said, "I'm growing old by myself." Don't be people that tell.
We
gonna definitely hook you. I got some nice good church men. It's gonna go to church with you, gonna pray with you, and everything.
Right.
I'm gonna set you up real good. Matter of fact, but it's all about being patient too. We can't force. Yeah. You can't force a square and a triangle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't force that square in there. If it ain't working, just recognize that. A lot of times.
I say number one, be lovable. Shit, sometimes it ain't hard. You know what I mean? Be lovable. Yeah. Are you a cactus or are you a beautiful lily that's inviting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So it's just, because some people, like I said, what you ask for sometimes is like, some people just ask for too much, and and I think you and Satellite said it before. Y'all be like, hey, all these demands you bring in, what do you bring? What am I gonna benefit from? Just you giving, just being with me? You know what I'm saying? I don't like to think like that, but overall what you said a long time ago was important. You said when you said basically marriage is like a business. It's a partnership. It's a, you know what I'm saying?
It's an energy exchange. It's all an energy exchange. You know what I mean? Nobody, you don't get nothing. You don't sit up there and just like, oh, I'm going to, just because you exist, I'm supposed to pour everything into you and I get nothing back? Are you kidding me?
Right. So
who even thinks like that?
Right.
Children do.
Right. So it's I don't know, man. It's real. I think back, man, and and you feel bad for the old you sometimes. Sometimes about the old me, I feel bad. I feel bad for, because I did a lot of like wretched things that I did a lot of wretched things and I had to, I don't know, a lot of times I had to ask God for forgiveness, boy, before I got to the point that I got to, because man,
you don't feel bad about that. That was a learning, I don't regret nothing, you know what I mean? But those lessons you end up being, you wouldn't replace those, man. You wouldn't take that wisdom back.
But Jay said it. It's all about building and growth, and compromise come with all of that.
Come with all of that.
Yep. You said, Janine said, it's nothing left. Nothing left. Don't say that.
Oh, Janine, come on.
Stop on now.
There's nothing left. She has no love in your heart.
Come on.
You are a Leo. We are nothing but heart beings. There's always some love in the tank.
Right. I'm gonna have to send you the personal prayer package. The personal prayer package.
Come on now.
Girl, I know.
Love out there.
Right. Right. That's
Start with the mirror and then work your way from there.
right. It's something. But you know, a lot of people. I would say this. There's a verse, a scripture in the Bible that says, "Seeking ye shall find, knocking the door shall be open, ask and it shall be given to you." And I think when people often, like, words are powerful. As the scripture says, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So I think what you say manifests. You know, because what you say powers your heart.
Exactly.
It powers your heart. So you have to be careful. If you tell yourself, if you say to yourself every day, I am a boss, I am beautiful, I am this, I am that, it powers you. It fuels you. So if you really want love and you really want that person, you say to yourself, I have value. I have, you know, I have all of this in me. You know, I deserve better. I deserve good. You know, I deserve this. And so, but if you constantly tell yourself, you know, because you could tear yourself down before you even, you know what I'm saying?
So Janine, what we gonna need you to do? We gonna need you to delete that. It's nothing left comment. Go ahead and delete that. That's words to the universe right now.
Right. Because
it's out of love.
It's a lot of people that's putting negative energy out in the universe, and that negative energy comes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, it said what you say powers evil as well, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. It is the seed.
It's nothing left out here for me. There you go again, Janine. You said Janine, come on now.
Come on, sister.
Come on. The personal prayer package. I was seeing you that.
Right.
Personal prayer package.
Right. You got to spit all over the mic. Like.
Yes, Lord.
Man.
Yeah. But it's crazy though. It's something out here for you, Jenny. It's some people. I know a person that asked about you the other day. I know a person that asked about you the other day, Janine. So hey, see what I'm saying? But it's all about you know, open up your mind. You know, open up.
Streets is looking, but you ain't opening.
Personal prayer package. Hey, you gotta be careful out here though. But like I said, everybody, you know, everybody ain't worthy to take a nip of the cookie. So, but you just gotta be careful. Very careful, because you know you can't open your heart up to any and everything or everyone. You know what I'm saying? Women basically deal off their emotions. You know, a lot. You know, it's a lot of emotional mirror. Please, not the cakes, man. Nah, not the cakes, man. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare do that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't dare do that. I just, you know what? Because I like to see. I love, and I love to see good black 90 seconds. Good couples in love. You know what I'm saying? That you know, when it's like when you got love couples around you, people just in love, it empowers you. It helps you in your relationship. You know, because you have good models to model after, and you know, and just, you know, and we can always relate on a certain level when it comes to love. You know what I'm saying? You can get good love advice for good love couples. So it's all good. I just, you know, I don't like that, you know, 60 seconds to be able to share, because I don't like to brag about it, but I love my wife and I feel that we're a good love couple, and I would always like to be able to share advice, and I would also love to get advice from good love couples. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Fatcat show tonight. You know, I think we dropped a pretty good amount of Jews here and stuff like that. And And like I said, you know, hey, just be careful what you do, what you mingle into. You know, if you're gonna take the vaccination shots, hey, move at your own risk. I know what I'm gonna do. And, you know, I'm not trying to tell you who to sock it to, but hey, if that's what you're gonna do, that's what you're gonna do. Hey, Blade.
10 seconds.
Blade, thank you, man. Thank you always, and everybody. We out of here. Third, say what we out.
Peace.
Indubitably.